Hello, this is Dr. Bruno Hardman, and welcome to my medical channel. Here, we talk about health, prevention, and the latest treatment methods. You might take vitamins every morning, believing they are safeguarding your well-being. However, at this very moment, 4 popular supplements could be undermining your vitality, damaging your circulation, and silently diminishing your sexual health. The worst part is, you would never notice these effects until it is too late. I am Dr. Bruno Hardman, a specialist in men's health with more than 20 years dedicated to enhancing seniors' vitality. In my practice, I have treated hundreds of men over 60 who followed all the right steps, eating nutritiously, staying active, and taking their vitamins. Yet they still struggled with fatigue, cold extremities, and a decline in intimacy. Their frustration inspired me to investigate the cause. When we looked closer, we discovered a hidden offender. It was not neglect or aging by itself leading to their deterioration. Instead, it was something they trusted completely. Their daily vitamin supplements, indeed, the very pills intended to improve their health, were quietly destroying it. Supplements such as calcium or vitamin B12 can be essential. I have prescribed them personally. However, the crucial fact is that large amounts of certain vitamins or consuming them at the wrong times act like toxins against your energy, circulation, and sexual performance. They do not just fail to help, they actively do damage. For those over 60, the way the body processes these nutrients changes, increasing the risk dramatically. Today, I will reveal the 4 most harmful offenders, common vitamins currently in your cabinet that are proven to sap your strength, make your arteries less flexible, and lower your sexual potency. I will identify them, describe exactly how they affect your body, and offer safer, scientifically supported alternatives. This is not about creating fear, but about providing a solution. If you want to regain your energy, improve your performance, and restore your vitality, subscribe and activate notifications immediately. Share your thoughts below if this resonates with you. Type 1 in the comments if it does, or type 0 and tell me how I can better assist you. Now let's dive in. We'll begin with a vitamin nearly every older adult is advised to take, vitamin D. It is promoted as vital. Physicians recommend it. Pharmacies encourage its use, and it is known as the sunshine vitamin for a reason. But what if I revealed that this commonly trusted supplement might actually be undermining you, draining your energy, hindering your circulation, and damaging your sexual health? You have likely heard that vitamin D supports bone strength, immune health, and general well-being. This is true when taken in appropriate amounts. However, there is an issue that many never learn about. Unlike vitamin C, vitamin D is not expelled from the body quickly. Being fat-soluble means it is stored in your system, sometimes for several months. This storage can gradually accumulate to harmful levels, particularly if you consume large daily doses in addition to what you obtain from fortified foods. And unlike water-soluble vitamins, the excess does not simply leave your system. It remains, accumulates, and starts disrupting your body's natural balance. When vitamin D levels rise excessively over time, problems begin to occur. At 150 nanograms per milliliter, it can set off a cascade of reactions. Calcium levels rise sharply, the kidneys begin to struggle, and the nervous system weakens. What initially appears as exhaustion and poor blood flow can escalate into serious, long-term harm. Let me share a true example I encountered recently. A 75-year-old gentleman arrived at the clinic experiencing extreme fatigue, confusion, and nausea. His relatives mentioned he had not been himself for weeks, having difficulty concentrating, clearly dehydrated, and barely able to eat. He had been administered multiple large-dose vitamin D3 injections, totaling over 4 million international units. When we measured his blood, his vitamin D concentration was 6 times above the upper limit, reaching 306 nanograms per milliliter. He was suffering from acute kidney failure. His calcium was alarmingly elevated. His parathyroid hormone, which normally regulates calcium, had completely stopped functioning. He required hospitalization and constant monitoring for several months. Even after discontinuing the supplements, full recovery took 7 entire months. When an excess of vitamin D overwhelms your body, calcium in the bloodstream surges, leading to a condition called hypercalcemia. This condition goes beyond causing digestive issues or simple tiredness. It disrupts crucial hormonal messages, including those controlling sexual desire, circulation, and mental sharpness. Here is the process. The pituitary gland, your brain's hormone control center, suffers damage. It decreases the production of luteinizing hormone, a vital chemical your body uses to regulate important functions. Testosterone production decreases over time, causing a drop in your libido, energy levels, and physical capabilities. Simultaneously, your blood vessels lose elasticity. Excess calcium accumulates within the walls of these vessels, limiting their capacity to widen. This results in reduced blood circulation in critical areas, especially the pelvic region. Consequently, blood flow becomes sluggish, erections weaken, and endurance diminishes. Fatigue follows closely behind. Your nervous system becomes imbalanced, which leads to mental fogginess, poor sleep quality, and a lack of drive. Sexual wellness depends not only on hormones, but also on cognitive clarity and physical preparedness, both of which decline gradually. At the same time, the kidneys are overwhelmed and unable to regulate the body's mineral and electrolyte balance properly. This instability compromises the body's ability to maintain consistent blood pressure, hydration, and muscle performance, all crucial for healthy sexual function and vitality. Insufficient vitamin D levels have been connected to erectile problems, whereas taking too much creates a different set of issues that develop subtly over the long run and are harder to detect until damage has already occurred. This presents a significant risk. The issue is not merely about the vitamin itself, but also how it is marketed and aggressively promoted to consumers like you. Visiting any pharmacy will reveal vitamin D supplements with doses ranging from 10,000 to even 50,000 international units per pill. Such amounts far exceed what is necessary. Men over 70 need only 800 IU daily, yet many consume amounts 10 times that without any medical supervision or testing. Some take a multivitamin in the morning, a bone support tablet at midday, plus a separate vitamin D pill at night, unaware they are combining unsafe levels. It gets worse. Laboratory analysis reveals certain over-the-counter supplements contain more vitamin D than what their labels indicate. This means even cautious users risk overdosing unintentionally. The maximum safe intake is 4,000 international units daily. Generally, seniors do well with 1,000 to 2,000 IU, but only if a doctor confirms a deficiency through blood testing. Before increasing your dose, ask for a 25-hydroxy vitamin D blood test. It is better to test rather than guess and then adjust under professional advice. Now, I want to ask you, are you currently taking vitamin D? If yes, do you know the exact daily amount you consume? Are you mixing it with other supplements that also contain vitamin D? Please share your experience in the comments, as it might help someone avoid problems early on. If you found this helpful, please press the like button so we can share this knowledge with more people. Up next, we will explore another frequently used supplement that quietly damages nerves, impairs balance, and gradually saps your energy. Surprisingly, it even appears in some energy drinks and multivitamins. Let's dive into the topic of vitamin A, as you will want to hear what I have to say. You might reach for vitamin A supplements every morning. Many believe they are doing their eyes a favor by taking certain supplements. However, what if the very vitamin you rely on is quietly damaging your liver, sapping your energy, and interfering with the close bond you share with your partner? Vitamin A enjoys a stellar reputation. Advertised as the essential vitamin for improved vision, enhanced immunity, radiant skin, and graceful aging, It is often one of the first nutrients elderly individuals are advised to use to safeguard what remains. Yet the truth behind it is seldom discussed and proves to be far more hazardous than you imagine. Vitamin A is fat-soluble, meaning it accumulates in your body instead of being expelled like water-soluble vitamins. Gradually, this causes your liver to become overwhelmed. The body does not give early warning signs. No sharp pains or immediate alarms occur, just a slow accumulation that quietly impacts your organs, hormone balance, and even your intimate life. Allow me to share a case I encountered in my clinic. A 65-year-old gentleman arrived troubled by persistent exhaustion, joint pain, and increasing emotional distance from his wife. He had been consuming 25,000 international units of vitamin A daily, believing it protected his skin and delayed aging. However, his test results revealed a different story. His liver enzyme levels were abnormally high. His vitamin A concentration exceeded the safe limit by threefold. Most concerning, his testosterone levels had drastically dropped, leaving him bewildered, frustrated, and emotionally depleted. He confided that the toughest challenge was not the nausea or mental fog. I watched my marriage crumble while I kept questioning what I might have done wrong. After he stopped using the supplement, it took half a year for his liver to start recovering. However, the harm to his sexual health persisted much longer. This experience is not uncommon and is quietly affecting many people across the nation. Excessive vitamin A levels interfere with retinoid metabolism, causing cellular damage from within. In men, this problem begins in the liver, where vitamin A gathers in certain cells, triggering inflammation and scarring that disrupts the way essential proteins are handled. Proteins that play a crucial role in hormone regulation and sexual desire. When the liver is under stress, it decreases the production of sex hormone-binding globulin, which hampers testosterone synthesis and its availability. Additionally, blood vessels become more inflamed, worsening circulation. This leads to reduced blood flow to vital organs, such as the heart and reproductive system. You do not need a large number of supplements to get enough vitamin A. For example, a single medium carrot already supplies almost double the daily requirement your body needs, and it comes from food your body can properly process. But here lies the common pitfall many older adults face. They buy a supplement promising clearer eyesight or better skin, with a label that shows vitamin A at 25,000 international units. This amount is more than 8 times the recommended daily allowance for men of your age. Adding your multivitamin only pushes your total intake even higher without you realizing it. And unlike vitamin C, if you take vitamin B complex, your body can eliminate the excess easily. However, with fat-soluble vitamins like vitamin A, your body cannot get rid of the surplus. Instead, it accumulates in your liver day after day. This buildup happens quietly and gradually. Soon enough, symptoms appear such as low energy, persistent discomfort, and a diminishing desire for intimacy. The worst part is, these side effects do not seem like toxicity at all. They feel like the natural process of aging. This is precisely why many people do not make the connection between their symptoms and vitamin buildup. The supplement industry does not warn you. Their marketing teams focus on promoting large doses using terms like anti-aging and immune support. Unfortunately, they neglect to mention the real dangers of overconsuming a fat-soluble vitamin that does not simply pass through your system. It lingers and accumulates. Here is where doctors must take responsibility. We need to steer our patients away from exaggerated claims and towards methods that genuinely promote lasting health. If you are taking vitamin A supplements, pause and check the labels carefully. Note the amount and consult your doctor. Before we continue, here is a surprising fact. The next substance we are about to discuss is not a vitamin but a mineral. Many people use it to boost energy, but in excessive amounts, it can build up in the brain, liver, and reproductive organs. Yes, it also has a significant impact on your sexual health. Let us explore this topic next. Keep watching. Iron is often presented as a cure-all for fatigue. It appears prominently on multivitamin packaging, energy boosters, and recovery products, especially those targeting men over 60. The underlying message is clear. The message is clear and straightforward. If you feel exhausted, increasing your iron intake might seem logical. Iron is known to aid oxygen transportation, maintain strong blood, and prevent anemia. However, most healthy men beyond middle age do not actually require additional iron. On the contrary, many already have an excess. Unlike many other nutrients, iron does not easily leave the body. There is no simple way for it to exit. When consumed in excessive amounts, the body retains it silently, storing the surplus in organs like the liver, heart, and pancreas. Over time, this accumulation turns harmful. This condition is known as hemochromatosis and occurs much more often in men than in women. The reason is that men lack a natural process to regularly shed iron, such as menstruation, and the decline in testosterone levels with aging removes an important factor that once regulated iron buildup. What follows? The excess iron behaves like rust inside your body. It damages cells, impairs blood flow, and disrupts your hormone balance. Your energy diminishes, mood fluctuates, and desire decreases. The most troubling part is that it does not actually feel like poisoning. Instead, it feels like an unexplained loss of strength. Consider the story of Michael, a retired engineer aged 68. After undergoing minor surgery, he began taking 65 milligrams of iron every day, believing it would help speed his recovery. Instead, he started feeling fatigued and drained. Nevertheless, he continued his regimen. After some months passed, joint pain developed. His skin took on a bronze tint. He lost enthusiasm for activities that once brought him joy. His thinking process slowed significantly. He grew irritable, disoriented, and emotionally withdrawn in his marriage. The real explanation came from his blood tests. His ferritin level reached 2,400, while the normal range lies between 30 and 400. His transferrin saturation was 85%, compared to the usual 20 to 50%. An MRI scan confirmed the blood analysis. Iron was overwhelming his liver, pancreas, and heart. Rather than lacking energy, his body was overwhelmed by a mineral he assumed would benefit him. Over a period of 18 months, the retired engineer we mentioned earlier had unknowingly ingested almost 23,700 milligrams of elemental iron from just one supplement. His regular diet, including daily servings of red meat and iron-enriched cereals, raised this amount even further. Like many older adults trying to recover after surgery, he sincerely believed his actions were beneficial. The body has no built-in mechanism to eliminate surplus iron. Instead, it deposits the excess metal deep inside critical organs. Gradually, this silent accumulation causes irreversible damage that remains unseen until severe complications arise. Science sheds light on why this condition aggravates with age. The hormone hepcidin, which regulates iron absorption, weakens over time. Simultaneously, testosterone levels, which assist in managing iron use within tissues, decline. Chronic mild inflammation, widespread among the elderly, prompts the body to store even more iron. This combination creates a dangerous scenario. What makes iron overload particularly harmful is not just the buildup itself, but the harmful chemical reactions it initiates. Excess iron triggers a chain of events known as the Fenton reaction, which accelerates cellular damage within vital organs. This produces free radicals, unstable molecules that harm your healthy cells. Gradually, this oxidative strain quietly damages tissues, disrupts blood flow, and may even affect hormonal balance, leading to decreased energy, mental sharpness, and sexual health. So what is the safe amount? Men above 60 require only 8 milligrams of iron daily, yet a stroll through any supplement section reveals bottles containing 18, 35, or even 65 milligrams per serving. When combined with a multivitamin, that amount doubles once more. Many of these supplements also have vitamin C, which greatly enhances iron absorption. This mixture, along with an iron-rich diet, can push your body well beyond a safe threshold. The engineer's laboratory results verified this. His ferritin level reached 2,400, which is 6 times above the normal range, and by then the damage was already underway. His treatment involved weekly blood removal for more than a year. It required 14 months to lower his iron back to a safe level. The emotional burden was even heavier. "I thought I was being proactive," he explained. "Instead, I destroyed the years I had most looked forward to." The iron left lasting effects: permanent liver scarring, constant exhaustion, and diminished endurance. His intimacy with his partner suffered. His self-esteem declined. What should have been golden years turned into a tough struggle. Iron is a potent substance with serious impacts. Although it is often advertised as a remedy for tiredness, excessive amounts gradually drain your strength, impair your circulation, and weaken your sexual vitality. There is another vitamin, equally widespread and even more trusted, that quietly contributes to nerve issues, poor blood flow, and hormonal changes you can sense throughout your body. You have likely noticed vitamin B6 appearing on almost every supplement package at the pharmacy. From multivitamins to nerve support products, it is promoted as essential for men past 60. It is presented as something that safeguards your brain, lifts your mood, and fortifies your nerves. For many years, B6 has been regarded as harmless, mainly because it is water-soluble. The common belief is, if your body does not require it, you simply eliminate it in urine. This idea offers a comforting thought. However, this same confidence has led countless health-aware elders into long-term nerve damage without their awareness. You are not consuming an unusual medication. You are taking a simple vitamin meant to aid you, but it can quietly rob your strength, dull your sensation, and drain the energy you have devoted your life to preserving. B6 is the sole B vitamin that causes permanent nerve damage when consumed in excessive amounts. This harm does not occur suddenly. It accumulates silently, especially if you take pyridoxine, the artificial form of B6. Gradually, it builds up in your tissues. Instead of aiding nerve wellness, it begins to have the opposite effect. Let me share the story of one retired accountant, aged 72. He began taking 100 milligrams of B6 every day because he experienced slight numbness in his fingers. He believed he was making the right choice. After all, nerve support supplements consistently emphasized that vitamin B6 was the solution. Within a few months, the numbness evolved into a burning sensation in his hands and feet. His muscles grew weaker, and simply walking across the kitchen became difficult. Blood tests revealed his vitamin B6 levels had risen to 896 nanomoles per liter, which is more than 4 times above the normal limit. The diagnosis was axonal sensory neuropathy. His nerve fibers were deteriorating, and the damage originated from the supplement itself. He had not been misusing vitamin B6. He was just following the instructions on the label. However, even taking 100 milligrams daily, which is only twice the amount found in many over-the-counter products, was enough to cause permanent damage. Studies indicate that toxicity may occur from only 25 milligrams daily if consumed over an extended time. The harmful effects of vitamin B6 arise from a specific biochemical process. When consumed in high doses, pyridoxine interrupts the enzyme your body needs to convert vitamin B6 into its active form. This enzyme, pyridoxal kinase, becomes inhibited. Consequently, your tissues accumulate the inactive version of vitamin B6 while simultaneously lacking the usable form. This imbalance interferes with the way your nerves process signals, especially through a chemical called gamma-aminobutyric acid, or GABA, which maintains calm and steady nerve activity. Without sufficient GABA, the system spirals into a condition known as excitotoxicity, where nerves essentially damage themselves by overactivity. Even more concerning, this toxicity targets the peripheral nerves, which control movement, sensation, and touch. The brain itself remains unaffected directly. The damage often feels indistinct, presenting as tiredness, numbness, or unsteadiness. Many individuals dismiss these sensations, attributing them to getting older, arthritis, or uncomfortable footwear. However, the true cause might be found right in your bathroom cabinet, disguised as a necessary item. The challenge of recognizing it lies in the delayed onset of symptoms. Some experience nerve damage after only 3 months of taking high doses of vitamin B6. Others may not notice any effects for over 2 decades. The process is gradual. Sensations like tingling in the fingers, unusual burning in the toes, difficulty maintaining balance, and muscle weakness begin to appear. You shift from feeling confident and alert to unstable on your feet. Physicians frequently overlook this condition as it resembles diabetic neuropathy or nerve issues related to the spine. It is surprising to many that a common vitamin could be the root cause. A retired accountant, who believed he was protecting his nerves by taking vitamin B6, acted as countless others do. He trusted the label, the brand, and its promises. Yet, when the symptoms emerged, improvement was not immediate. In fact, after he discontinued the supplement, his symptoms initially worsened before improving. This occurrence is not rare. Medical professionals call this phenomenon coasting, where the nerve injury from too much vitamin B6 persists even after stopping the intake. It took him 1.5 years to begin regaining strength in his hands, although his fingertips never fully healed. He used to enjoy writing letters to his grandchildren, but now struggles even to hold a pen. In the United States, the official safe maximum for vitamin B6 intake is 100 milligrams each day. However, recent studies prompted European authorities to lower this limit significantly to only 12 milligrams. Why such a discrepancy? New evidence reveals that nerve damage can develop from much smaller doses accumulated over time. Most men require only about 1.7 milligrams daily, which is easily obtained through a well-rounded diet. Yet, many supplements contain 25, 50, or even 100 milligrams in just one pill. Combining these with multivitamins or energy drinks can push your B6 consumption to harmful levels without your awareness. Check every product you are using, including multivitamins, nerve support formulas, and energy boosters. Examine their labels carefully for pyridoxine or pyridoxal, the forms of vitamin B6. Add up all the milligram amounts. If your total surpasses 25 milligrams per day from all these sources combined, it is wise to reduce your intake. Be attentive to signs such as numbness, tingling sensations in your fingers or toes, burning feelings, or unusual weakness in your hand grip. These symptoms might indicate early nerve damage. A doctor can perform a straightforward blood test to measure your B6 levels, with a normal range between 35 and 200 nanomoles per liter. Levels higher than this warrant caution. Most importantly, focus on obtaining vitamin B6 through natural foods like poultry, fish, and bananas. These options deliver exactly what your body needs while avoiding the dangers of excessive intake. Now you have learned how 4 common nutrients, vitamins D and A, iron, and the vitamin B6, can silently disrupt your vitality, circulation, and sexual health. Let us take a moment to reflect on the core problem hidden beneath these facts. These nutrients are crucial for your health, and your body requires them to function properly. However, the issue does not lie with the nutrients themselves, but with the manner in which they are consumed. When taken in synthetic, isolated forms, you bypass the natural regulatory systems that your body depends upon. Whole foods differ because your body recognizes them. Nutrients found in genuine foods come along with natural companions, such as enzymes and minerals that help control absorption, safeguard organs, and maintain balance. You might ask, how can one remain healthy without supplements? It is not necessary to eliminate nutrients from your diet. Rather, you should focus on obtaining them as your body naturally expects through real food. Real food, with its complete array of nutrients, does not overwhelm you. Instead, it supports your body and works harmoniously with your physiology. So, what sets food apart from the synthetic vitamins that flood the market? Why does your body respond more favorably to nutrients derived from food? And why do supplements often fail? The explanation is rooted deeply in our biological makeup. Your body is designed to process nutrients in their natural form as part of a complex package consisting of vitamins, minerals, fiber, antioxidants, and cofactors that operate together. This synergy among nutrients means that each component aids the others in absorption and utilization. Whole foods come equipped with inherent safety features. For instance, your digestive system naturally restricts the amount of a nutrient absorbed at one time to prevent excess. It also balances the absorption of one nutrient against another. This balance is essential when you consume. Spinach is abundant in iron, yet your body will not absorb harmful quantities. Instead, it takes only what is necessary, aided by vitamin C and other cooperating substances found in food. Additionally, food provides protective elements such as fiber and antioxidants that safeguard your cells from harm. Nutrients come in balanced proportions rather than in overwhelming amounts. This equilibrium preserves your body's delicate physiological harmony, which synthetic vitamins often disrupt. When supplements are consumed, particularly in large amounts, they flood your system with isolated nutrients that bypass natural absorption controls. Some nutrients even interfere with one another. For instance, excessive zinc intake can hinder copper absorption, causing your metabolism to become confused. Surplus nutrients then build up in tissues, provoking inflammation and damaging vital organs. The science is evident. Your body prospers on the complexity of whole foods instead of isolated chemical compounds in pills. So how can you obtain these potent nutrients naturally? Here is a practical approach aimed at enhancing energy, circulation, and sexual vitality. These elements are essential for maintaining a robust and lively life beyond 60. To sustain energy, prioritize wild-caught fatty fish such as salmon and mackerel, which are rich in B vitamins, coenzyme Q10, and omega-3 fatty acids that energize your cells. Grass-fed beef liver serves as a powerful source of iron, vitamin B12, and folate to bolster red blood cells and endurance. Organic eggs provide abundant protein and choline, which are crucial for brain and muscle performance. Vibrantly colored vegetables like carrots, peppers, and leafy vegetables supply fiber and slowly released glucose to maintain consistent energy levels throughout the day. To enhance blood flow, include dark leafy greens like kale and spinach, which naturally contain nitrates that help relax blood vessels. Beets are well-known producers of nitric oxide that improve circulation and reduce blood pressure. Pomegranates are loaded with antioxidants that safeguard your cardiovascular system. Dark chocolate, containing at least 85% cocoa, is rich in flavonoids that fortify blood vessels and boost circulation. For increasing sexual vitality, try oysters rich in zinc and amino acids that promote hormone production and enhance desire. Avocados provide healthy fats, essential for hormone regulation. Walnuts offer omega-3 fatty acids and arginine to elevate nitric oxide levels and support better blood flow. Watermelon contains natural citrulline, which the body transforms into nitric oxide, improving erection quality. For overall wellness after 60, incorporate fermented foods like sauerkraut and kefir to enhance gut health and vitamin K2 levels. Bone broth, abundant in collagen, supports joint and skin health. Organic berries supply potent antioxidants with anti-aging benefits. Herbs and spices such as turmeric, ginger, and garlic are famous for their inflammation-fighting properties. Every nutrient found in synthetic vitamins exists naturally in food, informs your body easily recognizes, absorbs, and uses safely. This method helps you regain vitality, improve circulation, and feel revitalized. Renew your energy without exposing yourself to the hidden risks found in those supplement bottles. Remember this as you reconsider your views on supplements. True wellness springs from natural foods that align perfectly with your body's needs. If anything in this video made you stop and think, or if a quiet voice inside said, "That sounds just like me," share your thoughts in the comments. I read every message, and you are never alone in this journey. Tell me, what is one habit you are prepared to change starting tomorrow? Maybe it is letting go of that artificial vitamin-gathering dust in your bathroom drawer. Maybe it is choosing beets to brighten your midday meal. Just one small step. Write it down. That is how progress begins. If this message resonated with you, please like the video. It helps reach others who truly need this message just as much as you do. Hit subscribe to become part of our Harmonic Health Seniors family, where we simplify truth, honor aging with dignity, and make authentic health achievable. Let me leave you with this thought. Tiredness is not an inevitable part of life. Poor circulation is not something you must endure. A diminished desire for intimacy does not mean everything is lost. You are never too far gone to feel vibrant once more. You are never too old to reclaim control over your energy, your vigor, and your body. We walk this path side by side.